right, everybody. How you doing tonight? It's episode 110.
Nice.
110 here. 110. There we go. These headphones suck so bad.
Well, they know.
They're going like in and out right now, and I just need to get to some sound here. Let's see. Can you hear? It's not so much like it's not recording. It's recording. It's just so fucking annoying that I can't hear stuff right. Can I get a set of... Here we go. Set of headphones work. Yeah, it's the Arty 84 show. Live here. Episode 110. We have, of course, Adam the Mallet to the left of me.
What's up, everybody?
And, of course, our number one fan is watching right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Wallace in the motherfucking house. Of course, as usual, watching. He hasn't missed a show in fucking years.
I want to get this out of the way right now.
Yes, so... you know us if you watch previous episodes of the show. We like eating hot stuff. And about a few, I would say it was about this time last year.
Yeah, with the noodles I brought over.
We did the hot ramen noodles.
Yeah, which were pretty hot.
Yes, and the Mallet really enjoys hot stuff.
I do. I enjoy a good spice. This is a little much for me. I enjoy a kick because I want to be able to taste it. This is just
it's very hot.
Annihilate my innards.
So if you show the bag, it's Pacu?
Yeah, I think it's called.
It's
the
haunted ghost pepper. Now it's one of the hottest peppers I know on the planet, right? The ghost pepper next to the Carolina Reaper.
The Carolina Reaper, yeah, but it's not the hottest. I think the hottest is the chocolate bouillon. I think.
Okay,
but that's like manufactured. It's not like a natural.
Oh, so it's not a natural.
But it
pepper.
is a pepper.
Okay.
So
I got this bag about a week ago at work, and it was very hot. It made me like tear up and stuff. Like, so the girl at the store today was like, "Oh, you're getting 2 bags," and I'm like, "Cause I got one for lunch to eat."
Yeah.
But they are pretty hot.
Okay. Let's do this.
I think the proper thing would be to lick the powder off of it at some point too.
I'm just gonna.
Did you get your glass of milk just in case?
It's right in my glass of milk.
Okay.
I'm going right for it.
Just in case. So he's gonna be eating the hot pepper with the ghost pepper. I mean, it's. What do you think?
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, it's gonna kick in a little bit. I have something else that's hot for you too if you want to try it after as well. You probably have tridden. Yeah, it's gonna get there.
I'm trying to touch my eyeball.
Yeah, don't touch your pee-pee.
Oh God,
because you could have a sore pee-pee. When I was
there it is.
Get the boom ready. Get the bomb ready. Alex Wallace said. When I was working at Margaritas and hosting a night, we had a hot pepper eating contest.
Yeah.
And this guy ate all these hot peppers, then went down on his wife that night, and she was complaining to me the next time we seen him. He's like, "Yeah, didn't work out. It's getting a little heated. Getting the heat, right?
About 3 of them,
yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to bring these into work tomorrow. Actually,
yes, they're actually really good.
They're good. It's a little much though because I can't taste anything other than the heat.
So, have you tried the extreme sauce at Buffalo Wild Wings?
I had a bite of one. Yeah, it's a little.
Okay, so we have some in the fridge, and when Susie J gets here, maybe I can get it to grab the. Maybe we can take a dip of chicken in the hot. Maybe we can do a dip of the chip in the hottest Buffalo Wild Wings sauce.
If you do it, I'll do it.
I'll do it if you do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. All right. So when Susu gets here in about a half hour or so, that'll give you some time to get your taste buds done. We're gonna actually dip one of these hot pepper chips into the hottest sauce that they have at the Buffalo Wild Wings.
I sweat easily too.
Where we went to, we were there last night or yesterday afternoon for the Pats game.
It's a Sicilian blood, you know.
Yes. That place is definitely hurting for business. I can tell you that much right now. There was no one there, pretty much, for the Pats game yesterday.
Are you guys still on the wall?
You know, I think they took that fucking thing down. Actually, it was so funny when you'd show up and just posted that picture. I would just post the picture all the time. It would just be lingering there forever. And then it would be like months, and it would still pop up there. Like that's the lack of people actually posting for those things. You know what I mean?
It's sad.
Me and the Powers used to, whose birthday, by the way, today. Happy 50th birthday to Eric Powers today.
Yes, who might be dead in his bedroom.
He could be dead. So. As you know, Eric lives in the Packy Studios. It's to the left of the kitchen, or the right, depending on what you're looking at. And I came home from work today, and I came into the studio, and I heard his TV going, which is a pretty good indication that he's home.
Yes.
That was about 3 hours ago. I haven't heard from him. You said he went into the bathroom, and you heard Martha Stewart on, right? Yeah,
I could hear like Martha Stewart cooking.
So maybe he killed himself on his birthday.
That creeps up on you. I'm still feeling it a little bit kicking.
Yeah, the lingers, right? Maybe he got naked and he masturbated to the point of asphyxiation, like the guy from InXS.
Also, the guy, martial artist, David Carradine.
Oh.
Yeah.
He did that too?
Yeah, he was found in his closet.
Yeah, you don't want to be found in your closet.
No, that's one of those things I think I would hope, if I was to ever do something like that, which I never would.
Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking, though, but if somebody found me dead like that, I would hope they'd make up something. You know?
Did you ever date a girl who was down for like the strangling her as she hit orgasm?
Yes, it's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
I think that is actually a sign that you were abused as a child.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's. I was reading a thing once that like usually people
I believe
like
it.
that were abused.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very uncomfortable with it. Like, she's like, choke me, and I'm like, so I really didn't want to. So what I did was I put my hand there.
Yep.
Right, and then she's like, no. And then she like squeezed my hand even harder around
She
her
like really
throat.
wanted you to choke her, huh?
Yeah, she like turned red as a tomato.
Nice.
I felt very uncomfortable.
I would be fucking very uncomfortable.
It
I'd be
was
like, "Bitch,
very
what
bizarre.
do you want me to choke you for?"
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, what's my giant penis not enough for you? Now you want me to choke you? That's what I would say.
I don't know.
Poor girls.
Yeah. What else is that?
Girls are into some weird shit, man.
They
I gotta
really
tell
are.
you. But I mean, whatever. I guess whatever floats their boat, right?
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I started. You know what I started watching? I noticed Hulu has the entire SNL catalog.
Really?
I started at season 1. There's
From like
44 seasons.
75? Yeah, 1975, yeah.
It doesn't hold up very well.
No.
No, not at all. It's weird. The earlier seasons are mostly, I would say, out of the hour, over 25 to 30 minutes of that is the musical guest
Oh, really? Okay.
and the stand-up act.
Yeah, they really had a problem in the set, like, to take the show off. Like, they didn't really have to establish any skits. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there are, but like they just don't hold up. And
No,
I
yeah.
realize how much I hate Chevy Chase even more.
Really? He's not that good in that show? I have to go back to remember how what his condition was in that
I
show.
just hate him. Actually, my next celebrity douchebag video will be about him. Actually, he's just a tool.
Why do you hate just what? See, I like his movies though. Didn't you like his movies?
No, it has nothing to do with his movies. This has nothing. This has to do with the person, not their actual.
Yeah, I heard he
movies.
was kind of a dick, especially when they were doing what was that movie Community?
Yeah.
He was just kind of a cocksucker. On
Yeah,
it,
he
you know?
told Donald Glover that the only reason why people think he's funnier than him is because he's black.
Yeah.
When he came back to host SNL, like in 2005, he slapped Sherry O'Terry off the back of the head, and then Will Ferrell actually went to Lorne Michaels, but Chevy Chase actually, he's like, I was kidding. But there have been a few things that Chevy Chase has done, but then he says, I was just kidding. He's one of those people.
Okay.
But the fact of the matter is, everybody seems to have a Chevy Chase story. Howard Stern, John Lovitz. He told Robert Downey Jr. He joked about his dead dad.
Jesus Christ.
He also
Nice guy he is,
what,
huh?
Oh, what else did he do? He joked about. He told the first openly gay SNL cast member, I forget his name, that they should do a skit where he has AIDS and they weigh him every week.
Oh God.
Right? Yeah. The guy's
Kind of funny, but I
he
can see where
chased somebody down in traffic because he thought they hit his car. He's a complete asshole.
Yeah. He do you know what his real name is?
I have no idea actually.
Cornelius.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow.
And how did it's so? There's actually a city in Maryland called Chevy Chase, Maryland.
I believe it.
Okay. He got the name. His grandmother gave us his nickname for Chevy or something like this. I think it was partially the nickname his grandmother gave him and the city of Maryland, Chevy Chase, Maryland.
All right.
They kind of got his name, but his name is Cornelius something. It's very interesting.
I'll need that information.
I guess we could fucking look that up right now. I guess, right?
It's weird though because in the early, like I'm still in the first season. It's going to take a while because it is such a grind to get through. But I'm really trying here. And,
Yeah.
there are a few things that are starting to take shape that I'm noticing. I noticed like John Belushi. I feel like Dan Aykroyd is to John Belushi what David Spade was to Chris Farley.
Yeah, that makes sense.
In some weird ways. Like John Belushi, like I said, a lot of these skits aren't funny, but I'm starting to get it. I get why people like him. He's just got that it about him. He's got that charisma to him that why people would find him funny.
John Belushi?
Yeah. And but like kind of like okay, so you had David Spade and you had John. They're usually in the same kind of skit together, and he's kind of next to him.
They're like they worked off each other very well. One was the straight man, one was the goofy man.
Yes.
Like Spade and Farrell was. Yeah.
Exactly.
Not Farrell.
Farley.
Farley.
And it's like okay, they did the Blues Brothers together.
Yes.
Okay, they did Tommy Boy together.
Yep.
That was their movie.
They did the one he was running for president with that election. What the hell was it when?
Black Sheep.
Black Sheep. Yeah.
That wasn't as big though. But Tommy Boy, I would say
It was like a Tommy Boy. It was a Tommy ripoff. Tommy
yeah,
Boy
it was.
ripoff,
But Tommy Boy, I would say, was the movie that was the Farley Spade most biggest one, and John Belushi, and they had Blues Brothers, obviously.
Yep.
But then, okay, so then he dies. John Belushi dies.
Did he get Jim Belushi?
No, but Aykroyd goes on. He has like a couple movies by himself. Okay,
Aykroyd has great movies.
We'll
by the
say
way.
Coneheads was his best solo movie.
You think so? I'm thinking The Great Outdoors.
Ooh, yeah.
Or fucking
Made in America. He was in that one too, wasn't he?
Oh, that was one of the Aykroyd's. And Great Outdoors, I love. I think
that's a good movie.
That movie was with Jim Carrey. Not Jim Carrey. The fat guy. John Candy.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, that's a good one. I would say more modern though. Like, I would say if you had to pick one movie that Dan Aykroyd was, I feel like
Coneheads is very good. I wish Sue was here because we and her went into a 35-minute argument 2 weeks ago on how much she hates the fucking Coneheads, and I go, I don't even know why I married you.
It is probably one of the better SNL movies. They have a lot of shitty SNL movies.
So I've been watching. It was on Hulu. It was on or Amazon Prime. So I was like, Coneheads. I haven't seen this in years. And so the entire cast of Seinfeld's on, except for Jerry, right? There's so many fucking cameos in that movie, right?
Yes.
I mean, like, Sinbad sitting there with Adam Sandler at one scene, right?
That's right. I forgot about that.
You know, when he's getting the fake IDs to make him a citizen. So she's sitting there, and she's like, oh, the Coneheads. And I go, what, you don't like the Coneheads? And she's like, no. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And I got offended. I go, the Coneheads is one of the best SNL movies ever made. I go, it has every fucking great comedian in the 90s, in the 80s, in this fucking movie. And you don't like it. And she was just like, no, I don't like it. And then she was like, well, maybe because I was tired and I fell asleep in it. I go, fuck no. I go, you have insulted me and insulted great actors around the world. The Coneheads is a great movie, and it's one of the best movies I've ever seen. And I would agree, Dan Aykroyd's probably finest work is in the Coneheads.
But then the equivalent to that for Spade, remember trying to make these comparisons. Like, I'm not a big fan of this movie, but it does have a flaw. It was Joe Dirt. That would be like, that's a character that was very well known, right?
Yes.
So, and then you have, so then he has a couple sequel movies, Aykroyd. Ghostbusters, obviously.
Yeah,
he's not like the main focus, I would say, but he's part of it.
Yep.
Same thing, Grown Ups 1 and 2. David Spade was in that too. So there's quite a few little parallels here. Not as big, but
and I think that's what made them so successful on SNL was because they had a character they could play off of, and they were like in all our scenes together. You know what I mean? So like almost every scene that Chris Farley was in, David Spade was in too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just like Farrell played off of well of like Sherry O'Terry. Like they had a good, they could play off each other.
Era. That was an amazing.
And a lot of the time, like if you read into it, they say that there's a script, but there was like an ad lib to the script. So like a lot of that stuff was on, like they were making that shit up as they were going. You know what I mean? Like
the first SNL was actually the host George Carlin.
Was it really? Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, dude. He's like in his late 30s, early 40s. And it's so creepy
looking,
to look
right?
at. He's younger. I'm like, oh my god.
Because I think some of his best stuff is when he was older, right? I mean, I would think Collins.
No, it was still really good. You know, he's the only comedian who can talk politics and I'll laugh. I usually hate comedy and politics going again. He can pull it off. He's always been one of my favorites.
I think it's because he doesn't pull a side. I think he just kind of makes fun of both sides.
Yeah, he does.
And gives you makes it. He basically makes fun of both sides and makes it seem so stupid that people actually argue about this garbage.
Yeah.
Like, he literally just brings it down to earth and be like, what you guys are really arguing about, left or right, it's just fucking
it doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't matter. No one fucking cares.
He was funny.
It's what it is. But
there's another comedian that pops up with a stand-up act occasionally in the first season. And honestly, I don't find him... I get why he was so big then, because his humor is more awkward, but I don't find it funny, but it's smart. His acts are very intelligent. Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
I'm not big on awkward humor. His humor is kind of awkward. Like
he is a very specific comic, I guess you could say. He was a man who has... You've seen the movie Man in the Moon, I'm assuming,
I
right?
actually have not seen that yet. It's on.
It will
on
make
my list.
you cry. It will make you laugh your balls off and cry at the same time. It is one of the best...
Jim Carrey plays him. That. Yeah, I've actually seen the documentary, but I've never seen the movie.
It is one of the best movies done in documentary, like a documentary movie done I've ever seen in my life.
Wow, nice. Yeah.
I didn't really watch much of Kaufman prior to seeing this movie. I actually watched more of it after I seen it. I remember it came out 97, 98.
Yeah.
And it was like one of the first like of Jim Carrey's movies where it's not a comedic role. Like he gets like an in-depth character.
Yeah.
And Kaufman was like a funny guy. Everyone loved him. Everyone's best friend. But he was mental. He had something. He was like all the great artists have this fucking stigma about him that, you know what I mean? That would make it so. And in the movie, not to get too much spoilers, they show him like filming Taxi. And he would go into this mood where he would like he had multiple personalities, and he would go into this mood while they were filming Taxi and piss everyone off in the fucking cast because they're just trying to film this fucking show, and he's going off on this whole little like tangent of everything like this.
Yeah.
But the characters he played like I think it was Laka, I think that was the name of the character on Taxi. He had a personality that was like him.
Yeah.
And then he had this other guy who was his manager that played this like I forget his name, but he was pretty much he played that character, and it was just like.
Yeah.
So it's funny because in the movie Man in the Moon, Danny DeVito, who was a really good friend of his, plays his manager in the movie instead of his friend Danny DeVito. So he actually has a really good idea of how he acted with the managers.
He said Carrie nailed it. I saw the documentary. Yeah,
dude, I would say it's like a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah,
and it goes from happy, joyful, then when he gets to cancer,
sad.
to like really like.
I thought he killed himself. He died of cancer.
No, it was cancer. It was some weird cancer he had, and he got to the point where it was like he was trying treatments and shit, and then he just tried the whole natural, holistic approach. And he was. I mean, it was just.
Yeah,
he was a man who was in war of his own mind.
Yeah,
and he was such a genius too. It's like
his bit, like I said, it's not my kind of humor, but I understand, and like his bits were smart. Like they were smart, way ahead of their time.
He did this. He did this bit. You probably seen parts of it when he played. Here I come to save the day.
Yes,
and
he forgets the rest of it, but that's the one part he knows.
And he just dances,
right?
and then all of a sudden the frame comes, and he just here I come to save the day.
That's first season SNL.
Yes, and then it just stops and plays the music, and people are just like, "What the fuck?"
Because he doesn't remember the rest of the words. It's the one part he knows.
Kind of just looks off into space, and then it comes off. It's like Mighty Mouse, right? That's Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, that's the one I actually. Yeah,
it's actually pretty funny. I mean, and then when you look at it, it's like. If you were like who the fuck's this? What the fuck's going on? You know what I mean?
And then it's funny because there was a bit the next episode where he comes back out and it's like, oh, okay, he's gonna forget the lyrics again, and that's the one part he knows. But no, it didn't work like that. But the song was "Pop Goes the Weasel."
Yeah, yeah.
And he's actually singing along with it. But then it gets weird, and he starts interacting with the record player, and they're talking back and forth.
He's having a conversation.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It was actually very smart.
It's Saturday Night Live was like. You know, I heard you watch documentaries and you can see stories of like how life was on that fucking show and stuff. I mean, it was a lot of coke, a lot of alcohol. It was a lot of fucking like, And you know, on average, they only make like $20,000 a year to be on the show. Like, it's probably more now, but I know it's very little compared to what these people can make like doing stand up and stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And it sacrifices your entire week. I mean, the show's on Saturday. I think they said you get Sunday off, and then Monday morning you're back in studio and they start writing. The writers are writing, and they said they have writers that write to certain actors. So, like, for example, like, Farrell had a couple of guys that would write skits that would, like, pertain mostly to him. Because they could, you know, psychoanalyze his character. And he knew what to play and stuff like that. And these fucking dogs will pass. Wait till Stu comes home in about 20 minutes. They're going to be out. But that's the thing, too. It's like, so, like, if you had someone who wrote for you that was really, really good and knew your personality, you actually looked better on the show. If a really good writer. You know what I mean? Like...
I have a theory as to why like that era in the 90s was one of the best eras of SNL, and it was because they had competition. Mad TV.
That's true.
Competition brings out the best because it drives you to come up with something better.
Mad TV was crazy because that was
on Mad TV.
It was on like the same time Saturday Night.
It was 11 o'clock. I used to watch it. I used to love Mad TV in the early years.
Yes, because I remember Mad TV come on at 11, and Saturday Night Live was 11:30.
Yes.
So there was like this, but I would be like watching something on Fox on Saturday night, and then Mad TV would come on, and be like, and then you'd be like, oh shit, Saturday Night Live's on. Yeah. You'd flip over, but Saturday Night Live was very conservative with like their comedian type stuff. You know, where Mad TV was very like they'll do what the fuck they want. You know what I mean?
Place, yeah.
And that's kind of how like A Living Color was when it was on. You know what I mean? A Living Color, you could never do those skits these days.
No way. Yeah.
Like fucking Homie the Clown?
No way.
Fire Marshal Bill?
Yeah.
Who was the homeless guy he played? What the hell was that character? Damon Wayans was the homeless guy?
Yeah, like he's like wiping his nose and shit all over the place. Yeah.
But you could never do that type of show ever again.
No,
you know?
never. Unless it's animated. Then you have a free pass.
Then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Family Guy.
Yeah, right?
Literally, or South Park.
I wonder when that's going to end. Like everyone gets a free pass of animation, but
it's
eventually
funny because it's like, we're going to blame the cartoons.
Yeah,
I do remember though. South Park was doing the Muslim thing, and they were pushing Muhammad, pushing the like they couldn't show him on TV, but they made it look like they were like getting so close.
I remember that.
They were like dancing that line of like we're gonna get blown up, or like this is like you know what I mean, like that's gonna be kind of nerve wracking. It's like you don't know what's gonna happen, you know?
Yeah, there are a few skits, there's a few reoccurring. I would say the commercials have been the best part in the early years, but you know what's weird? There's no laugh track.
I know.
For the commercials, so it's very weird.
It is a little weird.
You really need that. I never realized how important it is to have a laugh track.
The Saturday Night Live commercials, the fake commercials? Like Slit's Gay?
I haven't gotten that far. I'm in season 1.
So Slit's Gay was 90s. That's when we were at my bachelor party, when you and Eric were in the pool, and you had your shirts off, and you were like going like this. That's Chris Farley and David Spade on Slitch Gay. They were in the pool, and they had their shirts off.
Yes.
And they were pumping fists and stuff like this. Yeah.
Okay, I remember that now, yes.
It was pretty funny. Slit's Gay. It's like, Slit's Gay. Hanging out
I
with
remember
the boys.
The beer. There was a beer. It
was a boy.
Yeah. There's a photo. I remember I have that in my...
It was a good commercial. A lot of commercials were good.
No, but the early years, no laugh track.
which is weird.
It's extremely weird.
Yeah.
It made me realize how important it is to have that. You know,
On my bucket list before it's too late and they stop doing it is to sit in the live studio audience for Saturday Night Live. I think once
it sucks now. It's so bad.
I know you
it's
can't
a
relive the
grind.
cast. You know what I
No,
mean?
it's so bad. I tried every year. I try to watch a couple episodes. I'm like, oh, maybe it's gotten better. Nope, not at all.
Yeah,
No.
definitely one of these. Like once the baby's like when me and Sue can go to New York for because you got to put your name in like months
in
apart.
advance, yeah,
like
years,
they'll
maybe.
tell you they'll be like, I'll go in today and you may get a letter like a year from now saying, oh yeah, this is your scheduled time to show up to the show. I was like, oh shit, okay. You just plan your trip, I guess, against that. It's going to be a Saturday night. So,
Yeah,
and
that's
for us,
true.
it's so convenient. Like you get to New York City in 4 hours, so it's not like a big deal.
Yeah.
I had some friends that went down to see Jerry Springer.
Oh god.
So Jerry Springer is the same thing. It's free to go, but you have to put your name in. So they had a 10-month waiting list to go see him. So what they did was it's in Stamford, Connecticut, so it's like 2.5 hours away, and they film 4 episodes while you're there.
All right.
So it's it's about 4 or 5 hours that you sit in the studio, whatever like that. So what they did was there was about 15 of them that went. They rented like one of those limo buses type things, and they left Massachusetts. They drove down there for the day, drank the entire time down there, went to the show,
Nice.
and then left. They got lunch somewhere, and it was.
You know what? Let's put our name in for the SNL waiting list.
We should do that. That'd
right
be
now.
good.
We
That'd
can do
be
it right
fun.
now.
We could do that.
I'm sure it's
I don't
a
know,
year. I'm willing to bet it's like a year wait. Years.
It's probably. It depends. Maybe who knows? Maybe it's a little less now that the quality is down.
They
you know?
suck. I don't know. I mean, what does it take to put a name in? Not much.
It's true.
I'm sure it's,
I put my name in for season tickets for the Patriots 10 years ago. I still haven't got called yet. So, you do get the advanced purchasing for tickets for certain concerts and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
So I got the Country Fest for next year.
Oh boy.
Literally a year from now. It's in like the end of August, right?
Damn.
And I was gonna get some tickets. It's Kenny Chesnut, Old Dominion, and someone else. But it's the fucking Friday show. So they make you buy the Friday tickets and sell that out before they release tickets for the Saturday show. Even though they're going to have a Saturday show. They just won't sell the Saturday show tickets until the Friday show's full out.
Yeah.
So it's 5 o'clock on a fucking Friday.
That sucks.
You're going to get to Foxborough 5 o'clock on a Friday?
That you have to take time off.
What are you, high? Yeah, you got to take the day off.
Yeah.
Susie J's home. She looks like she's either escaped jail or she's fresh off a pirate ship.
Ah.
She likes the stripes. You notice that?
Stripes are, yeah.
It makes her look thinner, right?
It's not good for camera though. Stripes are not good for camera. I know that. Don't you?
Yeah, no, you look like you're like a test pattern on a TV. How are things with you? You look tired. You look very pregnant.
Yeah.
Look like you're gonna pass out.
You getting kicked yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This baby's a motherfucker. It's
Wait till the time comes when like you can actually see like a foot do.
Oh,
this.
we already seen that.
Have you seen like this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. It's
freaky.
It's a mind fuck.
It reminds me of the Coneheads as we were talking about when she was pregnant in the Coneheads and
Yes.
the cone.
Yeah.
Sue's favorite movie, right? We just went off on 20 minutes about how much you don't like the Coneheads.
Yeah.
And we think it's probably the best Saturday Night Live movie.
Yeah, and that's not saying much though, because SNL has a ton of.
What are some other? So what are some other Saturday Night
Wayne's
movies?
World. I would say Wayne's World, Coneheads,
Wayne's World's up there.
Blues Brothers are probably it.
So Blues Brothers was Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
I would say those three are probably it.
And then you had you can think of something really like the What Is Love?
Yeah,
Baby.
Roxbury. It's okay.
Yeah, the
but it's not
Roxbury. That was
great.
all right.
After that, it's pretty bad. On
yeah,
my phone.
man, what the hell?
Yeah, look at just Google SNL movies.
Yeah, I get no fucking service on the computer right now. It's like, yeah, What Is Love? That was that one. And then you had Ladies Man. That was a movie.
Yeah, that
was all right. That was kind
no. If we're going by box office, definitely not.
of that one kind of hurt a little bit.
SNL movies,
Which is so sad because Tim Meadows is so fucking funny.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, so MacGruber.
Oh, that one sucked too. That was with what's his face from Lonely Island, right?
I don't know. It's that blonde dude. It's,
it's
I don't know if it's him. It's this guy. This Jamoke.
He's the one
That guy. I don't know if that's him though.
Yeah. Oh, maybe not.
Maybe
yeah.
not. So we got. Let's go. MacGruber. Wayne's World. Yep. Wayne's World is kind of a classic. I like 2 actually better than 1.
I did like
Wayne's
2
Stock?
too. Yeah. I like
That was
yeah.
actually like a yeah.
Yeah.
So Blues Brothers. Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Okay.
Night at the Roxbury.
Yeah, that was like kind of. Ugh.
Coneheads.
That's
yeah,
I
that's
loved
up there.
Coneheads, yeah.
This is gonna get bad. All right, Superstar. Remember the Smell in Your Pits woman?
Oh, I
That's
forgot
a
about
horrible
that one.
movie.
That was terrible.
I could not sit
that
through
wasn't
that
even,
movie.
That wasn't even that good of a skit
No,
either.
it wasn't. Oh, this is gonna get worse too. It was one of the biggest bombs of them all. It's Pat.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was a movie. Yep, Ladies Man.
Do you see what he has?
Hey, Tommy, why do you have $110 remote control in your mouth? Thanks. Appreciate that. It's Pat. Oh God.
That was horrible.
Oh, that was terrible.
Based on skits. Hold on. It's kind of tapering off into movies from SNL cast members, but I want SNL movies. Yeah, it's Pat. Yeah, that's actually it. There's not that many.
It's not that many.
No.
Yeah.
But the
I would
ones that
say
are out
Wayne's
there.
World. Definitely. I loved Wayne's World. I remember when I was a kid, my mother got that for me for like Easter on VHS, and I was probably only like 8 years old.
Yeah.
So like I didn't really appreciate Wayne's World
Oh,
to its fully extent.
It's gonna get worse. Sorry to interrupt. It's gonna get worse though. There's one more. In
Oh
here.
no.
Oh, Stuart saves his family. Remember Stuart Smalley?
Do you know who loves Stuart Smalley?
Who?
Doubleback. When we were in middle school, he used to be like, "I'm good enough. I'm strong enough." And doggone it, people like me.
The bit was fine, but the movie, no.
Yeah,
No.
there's certain things that should stay bits.
I think I tried to watch that movie once.
And certain
it-
things that should
it didn't
not.
go well. Yeah, Ladies Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just SNL movies. No.
Ladies Man was hilarious.
It was
Like a skit.
From what I
No,
remember, it was all right.
As a skit. As a movie,
skit,
it was
yeah,
terrible.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm the ladies man," you know? It was
Yeah.
like,
No. Oh.
Night at the Roxbury was hilarious as a skit, especially the
It
original
was.
one that had Jim Carrey in it.
Oh, I remember that one.
That
Yes,
was the very
was a good
first
one.
Night at the Roxbury, and the three of them were just like,
That was the first one.
yes. And then obviously Jim Carrey wasn't on the show all the time, so they just did it without him, kind of thing. But it was like do,
Yeah.
and they'd be
What
like,
is
"Want to dance? You want
love?
to dance? Want to dance?"
Baby,
Because it was Will Ferrell and it was Chris Kattan,
Yes.
and then Jim Carrey was the
Yeah.
third. So if you ever watched the skit, like when he gets to that point with Jim Carrey and those two, it's
Yeah.
actually fucking hilarious.
Did you hear about what Chris Kattan said about in his new book about his like relationship with Will Ferrell and why that it like stopped and all that shit? 'Cause
No.
he was asked by like producers of to for it had to do with Night in the Roxbury, and like basically he was asked to seduce some woman because she might not have funded the money for the movie, so Chris Kattan ended up sleeping with her.
Wow.
And like he thinks that he lost respect from Will Ferrell in the process because of it, and it was all a bunch of weird shit.
It sounds weird. Oh, I took your charger. It's one right there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Is that okay with you? Why you look angry? She looks like she's gonna beat me up. Oh God. You're starting to waddle. Suey's pregnant. When she gets out of the bedroom, we can interview her why she doesn't like the Coneheads. And she can go crazy.
I think she just wants to lay down.
I think it'd be funny if we asked her why she didn't like the Coneheads, why she had to look at Jen Tracker on TV right now.
Oh
Do you
man,
think that's their real names, the Trackers?
it might be.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. Oh God. So football this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. It was a week, I guess, huh?
It was a lot of weird. I can't believe the Ravens.
I should go 5-2 in fantasy football this week, which is good, as long as everything plays out well tonight. My brother-in-law and him may tie, which is weird, but I don't think I'm going to tie. There's no way in hell this guy's going to get fucking 25 points.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Packy League. That's another league.
No, it's another league, yeah. But the games were odd this week. Like the last night's game sucked.
Oh God, there's a lot of
12 to
weird
10.
anomalies.
Pat's
Yeah.
game was terrible, but you knew that Pat's game was not going to be a blowout. I mean, it's the fucking Pats playing Buffalo every year. It's going to be a close one.
Yeah.
And Tommy doesn't ever really do well against divisional teams.
Well,
like,
plus
away,
their defense is really good.
and the defense is good.
Yeah.
Pat's defense looked fucking.
pass defense is really
Oh
good too.
God, the moisture in my pants.
Right, and then Baltimore didn't just lose to Cleveland. Didn't Cleveland just destroy them?
No, it was
Browns?
close. It was closer than it looked.
Yeah.
But that was awesome that the Browns won because now Baltimore lost and Detroit almost beat KC.
Yeah.
And that just proves the difference between KC and Detroit was literally Detroit, who was a shitty team, had that game in the bag, and the guy ran a kickoff or something back for a touchdown to fucking put KC in the lead. It had nothing. So Mahomes didn't throw a touchdown either to Brady. It's the first time in like
That's right.
a year and a half
didn't.
that either quarterback has thrown a touchdown in the game.
Yeah.
So that just, I mean, and Detroit's not that good.
No.
So, and if you look at that perspective, the Pats should have no problem beating Kansas City if Detroit almost beat them. And Detroit sucks.
They have two decent receivers. I got one of them on my team who does really
Oh,
good.
Galladay.
Galladay.
Yeah.
If you don't have him or Marvin Jones, just ditch the rest of the team.
Galladay did very well for me
He
as
did.
well in one of my fantasy
yeah,
leagues.
I got him on my team in the Packy League. Yeah, he put
Yeah.
like 20-something points, I think.
Yeah, it's going to say, but they should have won. Which so right now, I brought the standings up. The only 3-0 teams left or 4-0 teams left undefeated are, we got obviously the Patriots.
Yep.
And then we got KC in the AFC.
KC in the sunshine, man.
So that's it. Just for the AFC, it's just New England and KC.
Odell Beckham did absolutely nothing.
And then,
this week.
do you know what the other team that's undefeated is?
Isn't it the 49ers? They had a bye, though.
It's the 49ers,
They had a bye.
and they got a bye, yeah.
Yeah, they had a bye. So.
I was telling, too, how awesome would it be if it was fucking 49ers Patriots Super Bowl?
Ooh, man, the narrative
It'd be like,
for that.
actually, I think I was telling Eric that. I'd be like, it'd be Obi-Wan Kenobi playing Luke Skywalker. Like, it would be like
It would be.
the dark side and the new side.
Yeah.
I think the Patriots would destroy the fuck out of the 49ers.
Oh, yes. I think so, too.
Without a doubt.
I think so, too.
But in retrospect, it would see, like, because if it was Jimmy G versus Brady, he would try even extra harder just to ram that fucking win down his throat. Because it was his predecessor.
It was.
It was the guy who was supposed to take over the realm from him.
Both games would be up. I think that it would be very offense, and it would be like a video game. The numbers would be up there like crazy.
Like, just think of the fucking comparison of, like, people would be showing, you know what I mean? Like, the dynamics of the two teams.
What was the final? The Bucks game? The Bucks and
that was a video game against St.
yeah,
Louis.
or the Rams. Yeah, the Rams and
yeah.
Buccaneers. It was like 40-something. What?
Something. Yeah, it was it's up there, right? It's where the hell is it?
It was ridiculous. It was, oh, man.
Dun, 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 dun,
Right there. 55 to 40.
Yeah.
Jesus. Whoa.
Oh,
Okay.
Siri thought you
No.
said Dunkin' Donuts, not LA Rams.
Sorry, I missed that.
Oh.
Could you say it again, please?
Siri, what's the biggest penis you ever had in your butt?
I don't know what you mean by. Siri, what's the biggest penis you've had your butt? How about a web search for it?
Sure, why not? Sure, search the web.
She says it.
Yeah.
Alexa's going to have Samuel L. Jackson's voice soon.
I'm buying it. It's $1.
Yeah, I am too. It's $1, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not out yet, though.
Comes out the end of the October, right?
Yeah, I totally get it. It's something like that, yeah.
So Sue told me about it, and then I asked Alexa, I go, hey, Alexa, when will you have Samuel L. Jackson's voice on?
She'll preview it, yeah.
And she gave a little preview.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It is really cool. I got to utilize that more. It has so many cool features that I don't use. I basically use it for weather forecast,
Yeah.
my commute, and what my commute looks like. And that's about it.
So I do the same as well, but only when I'm in the living room because I use Siri in the bedroom. So it's like one or the other.
There's women everywhere.
I know. Fucking, and they're naked too. Alexa, are you naked?
They don't make clothes for me.
Ooh. Yeah, she's dirty. She's a dirty little hooker.
It's better than, I don't have an opinion on that.
Yeah. Siri doesn't have a lot of opinions.
I hate that.
Can I help you? What's your face looking over there?
Did you see why my commute to work was 2 hours long this morning?
No, I didn't know it was 2
Why
hours
was
long.
your
You
commute 2
yeah,
hours
want to
long,
tell everyone
Suze?
why your commute was 2 hours long?
What did some asshole
You can
do
tell
on
everyone why your commute was 2 hours long.
I was on the Tobin for an hour and 15 minutes.
Why? What happened?
Because there was a lady hit in the O'Neill Tunnel.
Why was there someone in the or
You should be walking in a tunnel.
why was there someone walking in the tunnel?
She was in an Uber
Okay.
and decided to get out on the exit going towards Purchase Street.
Okay, so she have to wait until after. Okay,
So she got out and then she got hit.
did she die?
She's in very critical condition with life-threatening injuries.
Wait, why did she get out?
Because she didn't want to sit in traffic.
The details aren't
I'm assuming-
released yet, but she got out.
I'm assuming there was probably a backup, as usually is for that exit, and she decided she didn't have to wait and just get out of the Uber and walk on an interstate.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So this broad,
Is she Asian?
I don't know any of those.
I'm gonna go on. I'm
details.
gonna go on the bet she was Asian.
No, it's too early. And those ones that are up that early are smart. So
It happened
I
at
don't know.
7:30.
Common sense level for some of them, though.
I left here at 8.
Yeah.
It usually takes me an hour to get to work. And once I hit an hour and 15 minutes on the Tobin, your mom called me and was like, "Are you in traffic?" And I was like,
Did she
"Yes."
ask you if you hit the person?
No.
She concerned?
I'm going drunk walk of shame, going home, like kind of still drunk though from the night before.
I don't know. Well, she was in the Uber.
Yeah, exactly. She was
And
leaving
she was getting,
somewhere.
but she was getting off at Purchase Street, which makes you go into the financial district. So it looks like she was going to work.
That's true.
People are fucking stupid.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta say, I think only about 15% of people are actually intelligent enough to fucking roam this world. I think the majority of them are fucking stupid.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
And
I got my problems. I'm not saying I'm like a Nobel Peace Prize winner here, but I do know I
No,
would
but
never
you
do
have-
something like that.
But you have street smarts and common sense.
I would never do something like
which
that.
I feel like most people don't have
No, they
street
don't.
smarts and common sense. Like, literally, there's so many fucking stupid people out there who do stupid stuff, like getting out of a fucking Uber on an interstate.
Yeah.
And that poor friggin', who the fuck was he? He's from some guy from the islands. He's from Barbados. Just trying to make a few extra bucks to, get his kids some fucking sneakers for school.
It was the lady driving.
Now she's petrified.
Yeah. And then imagine the person that hit her.
No.
And now she's got to go to court. Because even
Oh,
though it's
you're
not
the
her
person
fault,
hit it,
because
yeah.
when something happens, she's going to have to talk.
Exactly.
And,
Now you had a
like,
person that hit her that was just driving to fucking work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not probably look down and get their coffee real quick, and next thing you know, there's someone on their windshield.
that's just
One time, me and Sue got yelled at by an Uber driver because they were making out in the back, and he goes,
jealous.
"No,
You can't do that in here.
I was taking her boobie out though, so maybe that was
Okay,
why.
maybe that's where the line
Worse.
crossed.
She was spraying me with milk. I'm like, pretend I'm a Lucky Charm and spray me down, woman.
Yeah. Always have to have a chicken wing with sauce from Buffalo Wild.
Mm.
I'm looking forward to
Speaking of that, can you go into the fridge and get the very hot sauce that we have from Buffalo Wild Wings yesterday and dip it in a chicken for Mr. Mr. Adam over
that.
here?
I said I was having one if you having one, remember?
Yeah, you gotta do 2 of them.
I got to do 2. Why have to do 2?
Why don't I just bring you the box and you can determine
Yeah,
which
we'll
one?
do
the hot
it this
sauce
way.
No, the hot sauce is the very orangely looking one.
Very honest.
My sauce was very orange.
Yeah, but you don't have much sauce left in yours. This one I barely touched. So it's the most full of the 2 sauces.
I'm having one.
Yeah, I always get it, and I'm always like, why do I get this? But
Because we also think Eric might have killed himself.
yeah, so the TV's on in his room, and we haven't seen him in 3 hours, so he either left the TV on when he went to work, or he killed himself on his birthday.
Oh, I know his Martha Stewart's on in his room because
Yeah.
I went to the
Have
bathroom.
you text him? That'll just be the cherry on top of my day if he's in there dead.
If he's dead, that would ruin your day?
Well,
That would make it, honestly, the worst day ever.
It would make it tough to re-rent his apartment, though. I can tell you that much.
when that's haunted.
Yeah.
There's a market for that.
I guess so, yeah.
Well, you'll know in about 72 hours if there's smell and you haven't heard from him. So,
I feel like, you joke about doing wellness checks on people,
yeah.
but you really can't really joke about doing a wellness check on them.
No, I don't know if he's there. Yeah, maybe he is there. I don't know.
I mean, if it's his birthday, it's one way to go. It's easy to remember the date you were born and the date you die, right?
that's true. But when you're dead, why do you care?
That's true.
And
44.
We're talking about him like he's already gone. 44.
He lived a good life there, the Powers. 44 years young, You know, and realistically, you probably got another decade left, right?
Maybe.
I think our death pool on him is like 55.
It's sad and fucked up.
So I think if we go back to an episode, we talked about when he's going to die. I think we both agreed around mid 50s.
Does that matter?
Yeah, it's all right.
I've always said hypothetically, I'm never one to. I would never end myself. I find that just, no.
Okay, so you
it's
get
not
2
gonna
pieces of chicken.
But if the world was going to end, I'd be for that because I
Okay.
feel like
Oh,
if
this
everyone's
is
coming
sauce.
with me,
Yeah.
sure, why not?
Yeah, there you go.
Why not?
Don't let the dogs get that.
I will.
All right.
Definitely
Well, these are
not.
good big piece
All
of
right,
chicken.
okay, give me a piece of
All
chicken.
right,
Let's-
so
all
Give
right.
it a whiff.
I haven't had this in a while.
So this
I've had
is the hottest sauce they have at Buffalo Wild Wings. It's
Oh,
called,
yeah.
What's it
Yeah.
called? Extreme or
Oh,
fucking
that smells very familiar.
ruin your life?
All right, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll let you.
Give me a
You know,
wing there, sir.
get there.
I'll take this chunky. Mug.
It's it's Buffalo Wild Wings chicken, so it's not that good
With a
chicken.
boneless one, so that's good at least.
Yeah,
I
at
don't
least
worry
it's
about a
boneless.
bone.
Yeah.
All right.
Get it nice and gooey in there. Yeah. I bought Adam some of these ghost pepper chips today to eat.
Yeah, those
we
are-
ate those earlier. And those
Had
are
a few.
pretty.
I had like a couple of those.
Those are pretty warm.
Oh,
Oh, he got a little. You're gonna regret that, Tommy. He licked a
got
little.
a little tongue, a little nip. Of
Oh,
that.
you're gonna regret that, big guy. Oh God.
That's learned a very valuable lesson.
All right. So I can't believe people actually get these with the sauce on it, right?
Yeah, that's stupid. Like, how can you can't enjoy it because
No.
if there's no flavor? You want a little bit of a bite to it.
Like I like the mango habanero, but that's hot, right? You just go for it.
I'm just going for it.
Go. Oh, yeah, heat.
It's not cooking in yet.
Oh well, the
Oh,
wing
well.
is. It's like delayed. Oh God. Oh yeah.
All right, starting now.
Oh yeah.
It's starting to pick up. I'll do the tail end on the top here.
It's not as bad.
With the cold nugget, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not as bad as I thought it was. But it's pretty bad. I can feel my back of my neck getting hot.
Flop back on.
Yeah, you can probably just throw it away. I don't think anyone's gonna use. Not as hot as I remember.
No, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
The sauce is cold too, so it's probably.
Still the same.
Yeah, but it should make a difference though. I can feel some heat coming now.
If it's warm though, I
swallowed
think
it
it would have a little
Probably.
bit more of a kick.
Like the chicken's hotter too, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can definitely feel it coming out. Now it's actually, yeah, it's a delayed reaction. One day I was working, about 2 years ago. I got those like on a Friday night. On Monday I came to work, and I threw it in the microwave. It was like pepper spray. I took out the entire office. Like,
you cleared everybody's sinuses. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there.
Yeah, now it's coming. It's coming in. Oh god, I'm sweating now. I can feel it. I can feel the sweat on the back of my neck. Yeah. Sue, you want to do it with us?
Huh?
You want to try some?
No.
No. She doesn't know his ventures. Oh,
Give the
Want me
baby an
to keep
appetite.
it?
no, you can get rid of that. There's no reason to have that in the house.
That might make me go into labor.
That's true.
Hot sauce and condoms. No reason to have in this house. I can tell you that much.
Cause don't they say eat hot stuff if you're like?
No, eat Chinese food. The MSG.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you're near your due date, eat Chinese
Oh, I
food.
did not hear that. No, she loves the loon, so we went
Yeah.
to the loon on Friday night.
The MSG and the Chinese food.
We went to the loon on Friday night, and my mother was out of control. If she
What's she doing now?
we picked her up because she had oh god, she was drinking prior, and my father was done for the night. So my mother's sucking down Tito's and sodas. She spills half of them on my father,
Yeah.
and then we're like, "Okay, Ellen, we're gonna go home now." So we're walking to the car. All of a sudden, she's like, bangs a left real quick, and she's heading to the outside tiki bar, and she's like, "Just one more drink," and she's like, little Ellen just shuffling across the parking
And
lot.
how much did she have in her prior to that?
Oh, probably a few of them.
Yeah.
We had a corral her. I get her back in the car, and she's like, "You guys aren't no fun. You're no fun." And I go to my father. I'm like, "Well, she's your problem now, not mine."
On YouTube, there's a show I recommend called Hot Ones, where they actually get real celebrity guests, and they have like, and it each gets, it's like a real interview, where they're interviewing them, and in between the interview, they're taking a bite, they're eating a chicken wing, but the sauce gets hotter and hotter throughout the interview. But the wing is made in it, so it's not like a dip.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Like but like it gets really bad, and sometimes I can't do it.
So, what's the hottest pepper you can get? It's the Is it the Carolina Reaper? Well, the natural pepper. It's
I think it's the Carolina.
Can you
Reaper.
order those? Can we get those ordered here?
I think
So maybe we should get some ordered
Carolina
one
Reaper.
night.
Yeah.
So next week, I think we still on for Friday for the taco, the 2-pound taco.
I'll show up Friday. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do the 2-pound taco Friday, which is gonna
Is
be
that this Friday?
yeah, which is gonna be funny because it's National Taco Day. 2-pound taco at Margarita's like we did 2 or 3 years ago.
2 years ago.
But the great part is that we're flying the next day
You
to
guys are flying. Yep.
to DC.
Oh,
So whoever sitting next to me on the plane is going to be. So the DC trip's next week, and the Packy third annual football away trip. I guess it's technically the fourth because we did 2 last year. So the 4th annual trip. Susie J, Crazy Mike, Doubleback, Danger Powers, myself. We'll all be heading down to the district to see the Redskins play the Patriots, and we have quite the weekend paved out. So if anyone's watching who's going to be down in DC this weekend, let us know, and maybe we can meet up. And last time we went to Tennessee, Sue, Mikey, Eric, and I all got kicked out of a bar the first night we're there. So
I heard it was great.
So anything is possible at this point. So I'm sure we're going to run into some fellow massholes. It's really, really awesome this time because. Well, Sue can't pretend. Well, I hope you don't run into the exes. Oh God, imagine 2 weeks,
2 years in a row.
I can't imagine them going to DC, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you never know though.
Yeah, you never know.
It would be pretty funny though if they do.
That'd be freaking weird, man.
Yeah,
that'd be like
that'd be
conspiracy.
Well, if they do, then well, we'll have a story next week. So
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I doubt it. The city's too big to run into people, and especially the places we're going to are kind of Boston oriented. So we're gonna be all right.
But what are the odds of us in Nashville with all of those people that were there running into them at that one bar? We had to go to the George Jones bar.
we didn't have to. Who picked the George Jones bar?
Was it a popular bar anyway? It's a popular bar.
It was on so after you left the stadium, when you took a left down this route,
yeah.
it was like the first restaurant you see leaving the stadium, kind of.
Yeah. I think that is one of those weird coincidences. I mean, when I was in
Very
Australia, I ran to somebody who owns a bar in Boston who knows somebody that I knew. So I mean, shit like that happens.
I was in a brothel/bar in the middle of the Nevada desert.
Brothel/bar.
That I stopped to take a piss and get gas. That was a gas station too, and I went in there and like, oh yeah, we have beer, and then we have a brothel, and we sell gas, and it's literally 250 miles from Vegas in the middle of the desert. And a guy from Lynn, Massachusetts was sitting at the bar with a Hawaiian shirt. He goes, where you from? I go, Boston. He's like, you don't know, but where though? I go, Revere. He's like, Lynn, Massachusetts. Nice to meet you. 3,000 miles from home.
Yep.
Like, I see a guy who lives literally 2.5 miles away from me.
Isn't it really weird how that
Yes.
works?
So
It's so bizarre.
like you said, true. Anything is possible.
Yeah.
But we'll be at Irish Kelly's Irish Times when we're down in DC,
Nice,
which is a
nice.
Patriots bar in DC where me and
There you
Sue
go.
used to go to all the time. And Buffalo Billiards, which is a cool little place to hang out. It's a bar that has like pool tables and arcade games and shit like that, and they have all the games on and stuff.
That's cool.
We spent many drunken nights there. And and we'll be out and about. We'll be in Arlington, Virginia, which is it's actually near a hotel. Is a really bunch of cool. It's where I used to bartend over there when I lived down there. So we'll be in the old neighborhood.
No, it's really cool.
So we're gonna have a good time. So if you're down in DC, let us know, and maybe Sue will let you rub her belly, right? No, lick the belly. She may go into labor in a Redskins game, so you never know.
Yeah.
I feel like we're approaching almost like red zone time. Like anything can happen.
Yeah, the bun's not cooked yet though. I'd say you're at like the 35-yard line.
Yeah, we're getting close. We're driving.
Yeah.
I think we're almost there though.
Yeah.
We figured that. When's Friendsgiving? Did we set a date? You know the date, right?
Yeah. What's the date?
Yeah, Adam
No,
was.
I keep forgetting
Adam
about
needs
this.
a date. We
Yeah.
need the date.
I think it's like, hold on.
We do our annual, Friendsgiving here.
Yeah, but I remember you saying the showers the week before.
It's November 17th.
So
the
it's-
shower's 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the 17th could be. It's 4 weeks before birthday. We could be literally in the middle of Thanksgiving dinner here, throwing her into a car. We were
Throw her in a car. You mean you're not going with it?
No, like
We're just gonna throw Susan in your car immediately later.
Danger Powers drives a minivan now.
Whoa,
So we played-
whoa, wait a second.
Yeah, he has a silver minivan he's been driving.
It's not a minivan.
What is it? It's not a minivan?
It's like a sport utility
It looks like a minivan.
van.
Okay.
It doesn't
SU.
look like,
Oh, it's an SUV.
Oh, maybe I was looking at the wrong vehicle. That's probably.
Damn.
Does he have the kids' plates? Is that his vehicle that's out there?
I don't know. It's a Traverse. It's a Chevy Traverse.
Oh, okay. I was envisioning it was like a Lumina.
I wish it
Like-
was.
But I could envision us all in there, and then her cooking dinner, and then all of a sudden she goes into labor, and Maddie grabs the turkey and takes it to the hospital with us. And so he was like, I can't let the turkey go to waste. And we were sitting there just eating turkey in a waiting room at Mass General.
That would be a sight.
It would be fucking hilarious.
It would be. Although it's not like in the movies where it's like, you're actually I think it's something like 80% of the time your water does not break. They have to break your water.
Do they really? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like in the movies where it's like, oh, my water broke.
Like in Coneheads?
or like or any movie. Like that does happen. That
So
can happen, but Sue's most likely your water is going to have to get broken. It might break.
Your cousin's water broke.
Yeah.
Did it?
She
Yeah.
was at home by herself.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it can yeah, but most likely it won't.
So why do we have 10 minutes left in the show? Why don't you explain to us why you don't like the Coneheads? Because as an individual and a person who appreciates comic relief, I'm absolutely offended by the fact that you don't like this fucking SNL classic movie.
Hold on, before we go to Sue's, let me just say, in fairness to Sue's here.
Yeah.
All right. I don't jump on Sue's side very often here, but I'm just going to say disclaimer. I do feel like it is a perfect '90s movie. Maybe
It
for,
is perfect,
for
yeah.
what it is now.
Yeah.
Isn't
Maybe it doesn't lead up.
maybe it doesn't. It hasn't aged to what
Maybe
now
when
be
I-
good, but for its era, it was a funny movie.
So
And
maybe-
in our generation, it is.
Maybe in
you know?
18 years when I show my son this movie, he will not appreciate the value of the Coneheads.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, Dad, what the hell is this?
He was like, this is a shitty movie.
Yeah, but for our generation, for anybody
Okay,
in our age
perhaps.
bracket, should find this movie.
I'll give you that. Yes, perhaps.
Our bracket should find this movie good.
We should, yes. Our generation should indulge in this movie.
Suze, you're up.
Did you watch, first of all, did you watch Saturday Night Live at all when you were growing up?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe that's why you're not
Maybe.
familiar with it.
All
Forget- I literally I watched it religiously every Saturday night.
Yeah.
And then when I got to the age where I was old, like to go out on Saturdays, I was always home by like midnight, so
Yeah.
I always catch the latter end of the SNL.
You see, my parents always made me go to bed, so I had to watch them on like reruns in Comedy Central.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I remember as a kid, I would watch Saturday Night Live with my mother because she loved the show too. Like I remember being like in 6th grade on a Saturday, and so it was like kind of the only way I could be able to stay up late.
Oh, lucky you, man.
Was I would be sitting in the living room and like we'd be watching it on Saturday nights because we weren't really doing anything. We would come home from somewhere like my grandparents' house and stuff. We'd just be chilling.
Yeah.
And I'd just be like 12 years old and Saturday Night Live comes on and I'm like, oh,
that's awesome.
and it was kind of a thing to watch. And as I got older, obviously you're out on Saturdays, so you really don't have a chance to watch them, so you have to kind of watch them after the fact. But yeah, like I said, MTV does have them though, so you can watch them when we were like in college.
Yeah,
and
they're on
stuff,
Comedy
right?
Central too. And I remember I had to watch. I had to argue, like I had to fight to stay past 10 o'clock. I remember I
Really?
used to love Are You Afraid of the Dark? on
Did you have a
Nickelodeon.
TV in your room?
I did, but it was like a freaking bunny ears one. It wasn't like that good.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah,
I had to fight to stay up. Can I stay up tonight? And sometimes yes, sometimes no. It was on 10.
It was.
So I had to go to bed 10:30 if I could watch.
We had the TV in my bedroom with cable, and the reason my father put cable in my bedroom when I was 6 was because I could stop bothering him to fucking watch TV in the living room. So he's like, "I was putting in his room. Give me a cable box." It was like the old school cable box with the buttons, the poop, poop. Remember the old buttons you had to push? But I remember being like on Saturday nights to watch Are You Afraid of the Dark. I'd be struggling to stay awake
Yeah.
because we would do, me and my sister and like sometimes my cousins would stay over. We'd do like a camp out. Well, we wouldn't sleep in our beds. We'd have sleeping bags in the room and like pretend we were camping.
Yeah.
But it would.
Oh, that's cool, though.
But we would have on a 13-inch TV like Are You Afraid that like Nick at Night. What it was called? It was called Snick.
Yeah.
And we'd make it like through like all the shows, like Alex Mack and
Yes, it started at 8 with Clarissa Explains It All.
Explains it all.
Yeah, and then we'll go to Alex Mack.
But
and
then
all these ones.
then Are You Afraid of the Dark came on. And it was like I think we talked about this before. The fucking episode that most fucked with me was the episode he was in the mall.
Yes,
after
the
dark,
pinball machine and all that
pinball
bullshit.
machine.
Yeah, Mr. Sardo
Yes.
and all that bullshit.
And
Yeah,
at the
we
very
talked
last scene of the show, the big giant he's actually in the pinball machine
Yes.
in the mall.
Yeah.
And the ball comes down the fucking
I'm gonna watch
escalator.
that tonight. I'm gonna watch that tonight. I'm gonna find that.
That episode fucked with me for the rest of my life. I was like, I don't know, something about that episode just freaked me out. I don't know what it was.
Yeah. So, Suze, we go back to Coneheads.
Coneheads. Why
Coneheads.
don't you like the
Here,
Coneheads?
we got
Okay, so here's the thing. You caught me on a Saturday night. I was starving.
Okay.
I almost thought you were gonna say stoned.
Stoned. Shouldn't do that when you have a baby in
We
you.
were sitting here. You started watching Coneheads. I'm watching it. I'm not enthused about it because I'm hungry and I'm tired.
Okay.
Fair.
I have told you
Eating for
I
two.
will give it another shot. We watched 30 minutes of it maybe.
Yeah.
So yes, I was sitting there looking at it like it was the most stupidest movie I've ever seen in my life. But I think I was a little distracted.
Okay.
All
I'll
right,
give it to
fair.
you.
And I will give it another shot and watch it.
Okay.
But it has to be when I'm not sleepy and hungry.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Fair.
But it
Fair
does
enough.
seem stupid.
It is a stupid concept of a movie, but it's aliens that
It's a little bit.
they're aliens.
It's hard to find a good movie with aliens in it.
Yeah.
I can only think of like maybe two, and one of them.
I think the movie is funny to the point where how, like, okay, they have cones for heads. How no one fucking thinks it's weird.
And it's quotable. We come from France. You know, it's like it's got some
They're
quotable
from-
moments. We
I'm
come
from France.
Yeah, like
And he has 3 rows of teeth. Remember we went to the
Yeah.
dentist and it's fucking freaky?
yeah. I mean, it's kind of.
Oh, they're it's living in the trailer and they're eating the installation
What?
out of the fucking wall.
Was Steve Martin the dentist?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Cosmo Kramer was the fucking guy at the hotel.
You heard
And then
that right.
Elaine and George.
He's alive.
Oh my God.
Who?
I texted him and asked him if
I
he
heard.
was
I heard.
alive.
Is he
the door
here?
Vibrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Oh shit.
Here comes Kramer
He's
himself.
alive.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So you really were watching Martha Stewart?
Oh, where is he?
Oh, you should open. Shut the door.
Oh, he just closed the door. Is he being shy today?
I don't know.
Did he have to put clothes on?
Maybe he got in a fight and lost like some teeth. And
Usually he's a fucking ham. He wants to be on radio and he wants to be like in the middle of the center. I even changed the camera so he could be the extra seat tonight.
I don't know what his problem is.
Damn. Maybe he's like that guy who
He's peeing. I hear him peeing.
jerked off 56 times and died. Remember that kid I posted on the
Did
package?
that really happen?
I don't know if it was real or not, but
I don't know.
be very chafed.
It's definitely worth a Google.
I mean, usually jerk off one time, you just want to take a nap afterwards.
It's true.
Like that jism that's on the wall right there.
Oh God, yeah. That was from the, yeah, I'm glad we debunked that it was just the cans.
Yes, thank God. Because I would
That
I would be like, what the fuck?
That was disturbing.
Especially
I
when
need to go to the store.
to do what?
Do what? You just got home, aren't you? Relaxing?
Yeah, what are you gonna get in the store?
No, this store.
Because it's not. Oh, that store.
What
The
store is
World of
that?
Disney.
We've been in that store before.
Not
in Disney.
that one.
What's going on, asshole?
He's here. At the end of the show, he's wearing he's wearing the
He's
same
alive.
outfit.
So you were watching Martha Stewart.
He's had the same outfit on for 3 days straight. I thought it was a Texas. I thought it was a Texas Longhorn shirt. Who is it?
My house shirt. It's The Rock.
It's The Rock. Apparently, looks like.
Sure.
Is your penis out? Do you have a flap in those shorts?
Big rip.
Big rip. Convenient. He's 44 years old today. 44 years ago today he was born.
He made it.
What happened?
The rip. Yeah,
Oh.
I got rips in a lot of things.
Yeah,
yeah.
She's destroyed a lot of
I
clothing.
lost a pair of shoes. Actually, it's good to have a rip in your jeans now. That's in.
There you go.
So
There he goes. Tommy with the 500.
he's getting exercise. There he goes.
Just think ago, 44 years ago today, his mother was pushing his egghead out of her vagina.
I was cut out. I was too fat.
I was cut out too because I was choked on the umbilical cord.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I was a near death
My
baby.
buddy Sean. That was him too. Yeah.
I was born blue,
Yeah. I was too fat.
and then I was given to the world.
I was
The
almost
pleasure
10
to
pounds. I feel
audibly.
bad. I was almost 10 pounds.
You were a 10-pound baby.
Almost 10 pounds. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Freaking watermelon.
God,
All right.
your dad looked at your mom and was like, "Things are never gonna be the same, huh?"
Old dick.
All dick.
Imagine that. Imagine giving birth to just a
3 pounds of baby, 7 pounds of dick. Things haven't changed.
uh,
It's like, is it a boy or a girl? What do you think? It's like a fucking snake.
Got 3 eyes.
oh man.
Jesus.
Time flew by.
We asked Eric real quick. Do you like the Coneheads as a movie? Coneheads.
No.
Wow. That's
Wow.
2 for liking the Coneheads or 2 for hating the
Two
Coneheads?
liking, two hating. Yeah.
What's your favorite SNL movie?
It's like maybe 2 good ones. There really is. There's only like 2 or 3 good
Yeah.
ones.
Okay, yeah. Wayne's World was good.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Wayne's World, Sue? You never watch Wayne's World? How do you never watch Wayne's
There's not
World?
many good ones.
What did you do as a kid? Did you guys? What'd you get? Because they get the movies 10 years later. That's why.
Because it ain't gonna be. It's Pat or Superstar. I'll tell you that.
Superstar.
I tried watching Spice World the other day for you. I was gonna take
Yeah?
a picture, but I couldn't find a feed on my Kodi app that actually had it. 'Cause
Nothing
nobody
beats,
watches it.
Nothing beats Spice World sitting first row, trying to pick up broads on a Friday night with the cheese.
Eric looks like he's gonna.
I was with the cheese.
Jeez.
Cheese is R.I.P. Well, he's dead.
I haven't seen you since the pool. How you doing, man?
Haven't seen him since the
I haven't seen you
pool.
since the pool.
What?
At your mom's, yeah. Since swim
Oh,
pool.
really? It's been that long?
Yeah.
God. Yeah, maybe.
I'm hungry.
You're elusive.
He is. You hungry? I'm Arty. Nice to meet you. Show's almost over. We have
Yeah, we're pretty much done.
we have a minute and a half. Are you okay?
Yeah.
You're holding that microphone like it's like that guy I sent that picture. With his pee-pee hanging out.
Gross.
Yeah, when I clicked that, I was like, oh my god.
Did you get excited?
I-
Did he go, it's a
little
black
tingle.
me? I will find every possibility to send that picture. My brother, like I said, my brother-in-law texted me today and says, I think we're going to tie in fantasy this week. So I go, hey, if we tie, we should have a tiebreaker. Why don't we do this? And I sent him that link again. And I hope he was teaching children in school.
Well, you saw the photo I sent to the AC unit plugged into the back of the window with the generator on the top of it. That was so. But then you said they probably live in it, and then I felt bad, and I was like, "Fuck,
Yeah,
maybe they do."
and-
And then Power was like, "I've seen that van,"
Yes.
and I was like, "Oh man, maybe they are homeless."
And it's funny that you said that. I think I've seen that too. I think they live in that van. I think actually
that's
once.
sad now.
Well, I think one time we kicked them out of the Comfort Inn parking lot because they were dumping their trash in the middle of the parking lot, and they
all right,
they
that's
snuck their kids into the hotel to go swimming in the pool.
well, see, my first thought was their AC broke and they're lazy, so they plugged in. They just did that and put a generator on the top because they had it. That was my first thinking.
I mean, I would be afraid to drive too close to something. I'd take the air conditioner out because I mean it was sticking out significantly.
It was like duct tape all around.
But
it
you got to
and wedged it in the
figure they
window.
probably sleep there at night, so they have it. But I don't know.
It's sad, man.
It's like those YouTubers we watch on TV. I guess I don't know.
It is.
So, all right, what happened?
I might win in both leagues.
Look at you,
Nice.
Fancy Sue. I need Adam to lose this week in the Packy League, so
Yeah,
I
you
take
can-
first
you'll
place.
take the division because I need at least 12. I need at least like 13 points to beat Eric.
Yeah,
Yeah. Which will probably not happen.
you never know. What
You
happened?
what?
I have Connor going in the Margaritas League, but I'm rooting against him because I can't win.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, so we'll leave it at that.
Oh, Jesus.
Force. Ooh ha. Hoo ha. Bear. Force. Air Force One. All right, so you plugging
On
anything?
that note, just the usual. Check out the Whirlwind Potato on YouTube, and check out obviously the Packy.com
That's right.
and the Wicked Explorers.
Yes. We can see Susie get
Everybody
progressively pregnant as the episodes go on. Right now, we're in episodes that took place like in June, so
Well, no, I need 12.6 technically. Yeah, I need 12.7 to beat you.
so next week, how are we gonna do next week?
Did it change?
Next week we're away on Monday. Actually,
Okay.
we're home.
You're probably gonna be freaking exhausted.
We might be able to do the show Monday.
Yeah, let me know. Keep me posted.
Yeah, let's do. We might be doing because we gotta get the dogs.
We'll still hang out Friday though, because for the
Friday with the taco.
Yeah, I'll see you Friday.
Let's plan on doing a late show on Monday. Probably like a 7:30 show, maybe.
Yeah,
'Cause
keep
we'll
me
be back
posted.
at
If
some-
you're exhausted, it's.
No,
And with you guys, you kidding me? That
we'll
flight's
figure
gonna be
it out.
delayed.
Yeah.
It's freaking postponed.
we'll figure out this
we
situation.
could also do another the week.
Adam on the air.
Yeah, no, right. Yeah, don't
Yeah.
fly with them. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone might die. Imagine if you lose 6 friends in one weekend.
That's not funny, man.
I mean, I'm just saying it could happen. Fucking planes crash. Well, planes crash. What I'm gonna say, I'm not driving the plane. It's not like I'm gonna kill us.
Well, I mean, there's soon to be baby involved here too,
Yeah?
man. Well, they're going with them, so I mean, it's fine. I guess you're gonna.
I mean, it's gonna be.
Can't I put a Corey Davis?
Eric, what would you do? Watch Eric be in the plane going home that doesn't crash. He's on the flight. He's on a different flight home.
You look at it and put Williams in as the running back.
He's gonna be like, "I look at it."
I hate when people are like, you look at it and put in. I forgot to do this. Well, you know what?
I just didn't do it.
And I forgot to put Williams.
On that note, we'll be live streaming Adam and I eating the taco Friday night,
It should be good.
so that'll be fun. And then we're gonna be live streaming Saturday night where Eric's putting his pee-pee in a taco in DC. So it's gonna be a great night. So stay tuned. We'll see you next week. Bye.